Hello everyone, and welcome to this series of lessons focusing on modeling and documentation of heritage buildings. My name is Sham Michael. I'm a civil engineer and architectural visualizer, and I will be introducing you the way to recreate and model heritage buildings, the tools and techniques used when modeling objects in Revit. In this series, I'm sample casing Asmara's iconic building and my personal favorite, of course, Fiat Alero. Revit is a great tool in such cases because it helps us achieve BIM, and also to represent our work contractors in such a fashion that bridges the difference between designers and builders. We'll start out with the background information about Asmara, which is now a World Heritage Site. After that, we will start our tutorial by correcting perspective of our images in Photoshop. Later, we will trace the rectified images in AutoCAD and use the DWG file from AutoCAD to create signage in Revit. In here, we will see how to import images in AutoCAD for tracing. Later, we will model the famous Fiat wings. They are beams actually. Let's call them beam wings, because the building is modeled after an aeroplane after all, and see how to flex such a beam. We will deal with irregular walls and see curtain walls in depth. After that, we will see the techniques that go into creating columns in Family Editor. Later, we will break down signage in Revit and manipulate it using materials. Well, lastly, I'm sorry to tell you this, but this course is not an introductory course to any of the software tools that I'm going to use. So the prerequisite for this course is you should have some level of understanding in the basic setup of the interface in Photoshop, AutoCAD and Revit. Don't worry, I will explain all the aspects of the software that I'm going to explore. And remember, this process is one approach to documentation, and use the documented files to restore and maintain deteriorated buildings, so after time you can develop your way to document your designs. And by the end of the course, you will be able to use Revit comfortably for modeling, documentation and presenting your work for construction, and in our case for restoration of deteriorated buildings. This course is dedicated to my home city Asmara. This is the first set of tutorials, and to keep you posted, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for notification. And I will see you in the next lesson.